I did not count on their basketball IQ being that high. I knew it was high, obviously, because they play at this level. A unique collaboration with the best players in the world. I mean, what coach on this planet wouldn't want to be in this situation?
It was, if you're going to do something in life, do it passionately.
Basketball legend and two-time NCAA champion Cheryl Miller recently made a startling statement about the Indiana Fever. What does this mean for the WNBA team that is having trouble? The Indiana Fever have been searching for a spark to rekindle their competitive fire after a string of challenging seasons. Miller's comeback to coaching might be the team's much-needed game changer. The club's performance has fans hoping for a return to the squad's former glory, and basketball star Cheryl Miller is ready to usher in a new era for the struggling team. Miller's entrance came at the perfect moment. The Fever has been in desperate need of a fresh viewpoint and a winning speed because of her famous status and performance history. Miller brings enthusiasm and credibility to the organization right away, but her distinctive traits go beyond her distinguished background. She is not your typical pushy person issuing orders from the sidelines. Instead, she takes a creative approach to coaching. A collaborative environment where players have a role in the game plan is fostered by Miller's unique coaching style, which emphasizes player participation during critical moments. Miller asks her squad to suggest strategies and moves. It's a good change that allows players to use their basketball IQ and on-court intuition to take ownership of their performance and help the team succeed. In addition to their physical strength,
make a decision for myself, which is at times can be hard to do, and I'm honestly proud of myself for doing that. Way further back from where I actually shot it from.
How will she go for history?
By encouraging an atmosphere of open communication and respect for one another, Miller's leadership style may have a revolutionary effect on the team's performance and culture and help her players reach their full potential. What coach on the planet wouldn't want to be in this position, according to Miller, who recently voiced her excitement about working with great athletes? The Fever need this sincere enthusiasm for producing elite athletes in order to improve. Enhances teammates' confidence and unity while also improving decision-making on the court. Miller's performance history is self-evident. Every level of the game has benefited from her ability to uplift and encourage players. She is now bringing that winning mindset to a Fever club that is keen to succeed in the very competitive WNBA.
Much she wants them to improve. She's a consummate coach, and she knows how to touch people and make them grow.
But it's one thing to know the game, knowledgeable in this, and but now you got to put it here. This, you guys know, it's not easy. And we're going to continue to get better and better. All you have to do is look at, college basketball.
We may expect a more unified team on the floor as the team becomes used to Miller's strategies. Players will now have the chance to share their perspectives, even if they were previously hesitant to do so. The Fever may have a tactical advantage over their rivals as a result of this cooperative approach, which could result in more inventive play calling and better in-game changes. Fans and players are already excited about Miller's arrival, but the Fever's performance revival won't happen right away. Miller is laying the foundation for long-term success by fostering an environment where players feel valued and empowered. Beyond just winning games, she wants to establish a long-lasting culture of success that will attract top players and establish the team as a reliable contender. We might see a shift in coaching mentality across the WNBA as a result of this new era under Miller's direction, as other clubs take note of the Fever's transformation. Miller's approach could set a new standard for player-coach interactions and team chemistry. Building a winning culture from the ground up is the goal of Cheryl Miller's arrival at the Indiana Fever, and Miller is immediately impressed with the team's youthful lineup. Miller is impressed by the self-assurance and bravery these young guys are displaying on the floor. She praises their basketball IQ without hesitation, saying, "I did not count on their basketball IQ being that high." Although it's encouraging for a squad hoping to make waves in the WNBA, Miller is aware that talent alone is insufficient. She really believes in the power of film analysis, and here is where her approach to player development comes into play. Film doesn't lie, she says. It's a tool that gives gamers a clear image of their areas for progress by letting them learn from both their achievements and failures. This focus on film analysis is only one aspect of Miller's all-encompassing strategy for player development. She is taking a broad view and concentrating on how to support these young athletes in developing into professionals as well as basketball players. Miller thinks that as these players gain experience, they will acquire critical abilities like altering momentum at difficult moments and making quick in-game adjustments.
You guys and what you've been able to accomplish so far in a young career.
When they start playing and she starts giving them kind of corrective directions, then they realize how much she really knows of the game.
And so they're making those game, in-game and out-of-game adjustments. The only thing I see that's going to happen the older they get is how to...
The only thing I see going on as they get older is how to change the momentum during games and sometimes stop the run, states S. Miller. For the Fever, this kind of realization might be revolutionary. But Miller's idea of success extends beyond player development. The team's cutting-edge practicing facilities fascinate her. She is not hesitant to draw positive comparisons between them and what you would find in the NBA. They are most likely superior to 98% of the NBA. Success is the kind of environment that can attract and retain top players, providing the Fever an advantage over other teams in the league. Miller's approach to building a winning culture goes beyond what happens in the practice facility or on the court. Music. She also fervently believes that visionaries and tough and fair negotiators should set the standard for women's basketball. For the Fever and the WNBA as a whole to succeed in the long run, solid leadership and equitable treatment are crucial. There is more to Cheryl Miller's basketball comeback than just the Indiana Fever. It's an indication of women's basketball's overall increasing momentum. Miller recognizes this shift, saying that women's basketball's journey is reflected in this surge of momentum. The sport is receiving more respect and attention than ever before because to record-breaking viewership and expanding media coverage.
About it, guys. Yesterday I'm walking around in this amazing facility just for women.
The one I really remember is when LeBron James put me on his Instagram story. It's LeBron James. I've been competing for a year straight. Tolls can be taken, and obviously I've been very fortunate.
Leading the way in this new era are rising talents like Caitlin Clark, who aren't scared to express their respect for legends like Miller. The fact that the upcoming generation of athletes looks up to Miller not only as a historical figure, but also as a continual source of inspiration is evidence of her lasting legacy. However, once they advance to the professional level, newbies find it difficult to achieve WNBA stardom. Even the most gifted collegiate athletes may find the physical nature of the game startling, and rookies sometimes find it difficult to cope with the intense scrutiny that comes with playing at the top level. Miller is a major advocate of creating a friendly environment for young players because she is all too familiar with these challenges. She thinks it's important to develop talent while preserving the spirit of competition that makes the WNBA so amazing. Music. According to Miller, her responsibility is to lead by example in order to repay the favor. The pressure these young athletes confront is highlighted by the fact that players like Clark have already encountered aggressive play and have been at the center of disciplinary talks.
Playing with the boys, and my dad was my first ever basketball coach. Before every game, I look at my dad and I give him a nod. He gives me a nod. I wasn't playing in front of a bunch of people screaming at me. I was used to the college scene when fans...
Miller has high expectations for the future of women's basketball. She sees a sport that is becoming more and more well-liked and respected, with athletes who are also leaders and role models. The league has an unparalleled depth of talent because many players, despite their exceptional talent, do not make the national squad. As the fan base expands, this wealth of skill is propelling the sport ahead, improving the caliber of play, and producing more thrilling and competitive games, resulting in a positive feedback loop. Miller's work with the Indiana Fever could make a substantial contribution to this broader evolution of women's basketball by utilizing her collaborative coaching style and emphasis on player development. Not only is she improving the club, but she is also setting an example of success that can have an impact on the entire league. Her strategy for encouraging a culture of excellence and teamwork might establish a new benchmark for WNBA teams. If it works, we might see other teams using comparable tactics. She is fostering a culture of continuous development and adaptation by urging gamers to absorb lessons from both their achievements and failures. We appreciate you coming us on our journey through one of the most thrilling periods in sports history. This narrative is far from finished, So stay tuned and remember to subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. The league's general standard of play could be raised with improvement.